That's why we are here. You can hear the noise around the back, our back. So that noise is for us. We are fighting. We are all from Malawi. So
what happens when Africans living in another man's country begin protesting for their own safety?
We are affected too much. We are here to fight for our own freedoms. This country is part of Africa.
This is exactly what is happening in South Africa right now. Videos are going viral showing Malawians and other African migrants marching in the street holding signs saying that Africa is for Africans.
So we are free here. We can do the business along the streets as long as we are Africans together. We are so strong.
And at the same time, anti-immigration groups inside South Africa are demanding that undocumented foreigners leave the country before June 30th.
30 June umnqamla juku 30 June umnqamla juku ukuhamba kwa wonke umuntu ofika la eSouth Africa ongahambanga sesiyoqala phansi ke sixoxe ukuthi kuyoxoxwa kanjani.
And now the entire continent is reacting. Some African governments are warning their citizens to stay indoors. Others are also quietly evacuating people back home. And social media is exploding with one painful question. How did Africans become divided against fellow Africans? Tonight on Kweku Africa, we break down what exactly is happening in South Africa, why tensions are rising, and why the story is becoming bigger than just imagination. My name is philemonbua. I'm an online journalist, and this is Kweku Africa Media. Watch the full video on YouTube.
Guys, if you've enjoyed this video so far, please do me a huge favor and hit the like button and subscribe. These videos take quite a long time to make, so if you could help me out, I'll love you forever. Thank you all for your support. Now let's get back to this crazy story.
South Africa is once again at the center of a major continental debate involving immigration, unemployment, crime, and African unity. This is because over the past few weeks, protests targeting undocumented immigrants have intensified in parts of the country. Videos online show angry demonstrators demanding tighter border control and calling for foreigners to leave. And recently, some of the anti-migrant leaders gave all foreigners in South Africa by 30th June to exit the country.
30 June umnqamla juku 30 June umnqamla juku ukuhamba kwa wonke umuntu ofika la eSouth Africa ongahambanga sesiyoqala phansi ke sixoxe ukuthi kuyoxoxwa kanjani.
But as if that was not enough, the mayor of Gauteng have also re-echoed the same statement.
Honorable President, we asked you that illegal miners were creating havoc in our communities. We pleaded with you to send soldiers in our province. We come back to you, President, to thank you heartily. The soldiers have resolved our problem of illegal miners. Now order has been restored, Honorable President. And we want to make it clear, we are not against emerging miners, but we can't allow miners who misbehave and kill our people, and we don't even know where they come from in our province. So, President, we plead with you, let's soldier on with the soldiers that we have. There must be no inch of illegal miners being tolerated in our province, because this country belongs to us and will never donate it to any other person who we don't know where they come from. Honorable President, we once more come to you to thank you. We asked you to establish a water crisis committee to tackle the challenges of water in our province. We are proud to report back to you, President, through the Deputy President and the Ministry of Water and Sanitation. Last month, we opened a 26 million liters Brixton water tower that have now finally resolved the water challenges that we had in the middle of Johannesburg. And for that, you are grateful for our intervention. And we are also grateful for the presence of the ministers that we have deployed in our province. But, Honorable President, we want to urge you, President, we want to urge you to enter it of undocumented foreigners in our country, Honorable President. Our cities, Honorable President, have seen unprecedented marches of citizens raising concerns about undocumented immigrants. Ours is to state this clearly, Honorable President. We refuse to be against all foreign citizens, but we agree that undocumented foreigners who entered our country legally must leave our country peacefully. Once more, President, we want to make it clear we are not against foreigners, but we can't tolerate people we don't know how they came in our country, what they need in our country, what they are doing in our country, and where they stay in our country, President. So, President, we urge you to enter the debate and allow us to ensure the new immigration laws and the immigration bill that is currently in public participation mode, that it must be utilized to be the final document to resolve this matter once and for all. And those that have given foreigners up until the 30th of June to leave our country want to emphasize the point that this must be done orderly and through the processes of the law in our country.
But now, something unexpected is happening in South Africa. Foreign nationals themselves, including Malawians, are beginning to protest too, not violently, but emotionally. Many say they feel abandoned, targeted, and afraid. And the situation is quickly becoming one of the biggest conversations right now in Africa.
That's why we are here. You can hear the noise around the back, our back. So that noise is for us. We are fighting. We are all from Malawi, so we are affected too much. We are here to fight for our own freedoms. And this country is part of Africa, so we are free here. We can do the business around the streets as long as we are Africans together. We are so strong. That's why we are here. You can hear the noise around the back, our back. So that noise is for us. We are fighting for that. That's why we are here. You can hear the noise. All of us, we must make it. This is Africa. Africa is for Africa. You can find the Africa in Morocco. You can find the Africa in Malawi. We are all Africa. This is Africa. Africa is for Africa. You can find the Africa in Morocco. You can find the Africa in Malawi. We are all Africa.
We are being killed every day when they are trying to cross Bed Beach border post without passport. Right now, this is passport. It's 5,000 rand. Do you think every Zimbabwe can get? How can they get money to get that passport?
No, 5,000 rand.
It's 5,000 rand. And some of them they can't afford to pay even rent and Google where they are staying. We are here in South Africa. We are here in South Africa not by choice. We are struggling right now. Like some of us, we start knowing machine here in South Africa. In Zimbabwe, we don't know that. You guys, you are looting public funds. One thing we can tell you, it's homeland or death. This is the journey begins now. Not like we're gonna stop here. We are going to Zimbabwe. If you're gonna kill us, you're gonna kill us. And I call all South African police, please, if arrest everyone Zimbabwean who have passport, who doesn't have passport. Yeah. We need to go. We need to go. Because like what we are doing here, even right now, when they call us, let's go and do this. They said like they are fine because they are staying, they have a good life in South Africa. And I said, how about their kids? How about their kids? I call on South African immigration, call everyone, arrest everyone. You do have passport, you don't have passport, arrest us. We need to go. Like in 1976, South Africans did. And us, Zimbabwe, it's our time to go and die. We can't be cowards like we come here in South Africa right now. We need to go and do it in our country. Yeah. This is our last time to march here in South Africa. We have to take it to Zimbabwe. Yeah. Enough is enough. We are tired. We are tired. In Shona, kusiri kufanya good. How about fellow Zimbabweans? You get paid for isuso. If you go to Paranyata hospital, we don't have medicines in our hospital. But you guys, you are buying cars. How about fellow Zimbabweans? And it's homeland or a death.
Imagine these Somali people coming all the way from Somalia and demanding asylum in South Africa. Hence, there's no war in Somalia. Hence, there's no prosecution in Somalia. We are the ones that are prosecuting people according to the news. We are the ones that are xenophobic right now. Why here? Because we are already tired of those that are here already, and then you still want to add more of you. Hence we are being labeled as xenophobic people. Guys, thina siyihontshe abantu abafuna ukwenza izinto erongo, siyihontshe abantu abafuna ukukhalaza babe rich, siyihontshe yoba umuntu ofuna ukwenza icrime, siyihontshe nje yento yonke. Sibe thina South Africans sithwele bona up, and then when we come out and fight for ourselves and stand up against the system or against our government, and then we are labeled as people who are jealous, as no African brother. Now, personally, I don't have a brother who's a Yusuf, who's a Kosongo, who's Kosongo. I don't have such. I don't have those brothers. My brothers start from Limpopo to Cape Town.
Now, according to recent report, several African countries, including Malawi, Ghana, Kenya, and Lesotho, have warned their citizens living in South Africa to be cautious due to growing xenophobic tensions. Some governments have even started helping citizens return home after disturbing incident and viral video surface online. So, I chanced in a video where a tall list of South African migrants are now going back home. In case you haven't seen it, this is the video.
Asazoyithenga impahla la usebehembi buka nonodoli baseyitolo la ungizwe yazi umuntu uzohamba nqunu uzongabi nazipahla.
And already I've also made video and told you of how several countries, including Ghana, has registered people. Now, Ghana has now gotten the total number of people who want to be registered, who want to be repatriated is around 410. There are around 400 plus Ghanaians who have now registered to be repatriated. The government of Ghana has now made provisions, the flight, everything is catered for. They are just waiting for citizens in South Africa to register and then get evacuated. Other countries like Nigeria have also told their citizens to make their own money available so that they can also repatriate them. Now, this is happening because many South Africans have argued that undocumented immigration is putting pressure on jobs, healthcare, housing, and public services. South Africa currently has one of the biggest unemployment rates in the world, especially among young people. And for many frustrated citizens, immigrants have become an easy target to blame. But migrant rights groups strongly disagree. They argue that foreigners are being scapegoated for problems that are much deeper than immigration alone. Some people say Africa belongs to Africans. Others respond that every country has laws and borders. So now the debate is no longer just about immigration. It's now becoming a debate about identity, Pan-Africanism, economic frustration, and who gets to belong.
I'm coming to you live from Johannesburg at a march that's meant to march against anti-xenophobia sentiments here in South Africa. It's called Kopanang Africa Against Xenophobia. This is a group of organizations that are fighting against growing anti-xenophobia sentiments here in South Africa. They are saying enough is enough. We've had quite a number of protests that have come from various organizations protesting against illegal immigration here, protesting against foreigners that are working here in South Africa. And today we have hundreds of people that are marching. I'm going to be shortly showing you the numbers that are here. Let's just look at the numbers that are here. A lot of people coming here to march. You can even see the posters that are here. One is written, "Say no to xenophobia." The other one saying migration is not an answer. Blaming migration is not an answer. Let's just listen in to the noises and the shouts that are here. These are a group of South Africans and foreign nationals that are marching to say no to xenophobia. They are saying the growing anti-foreigner sentiments here in South Africa are too much, and they are even condemning officials that have resorted to using foreigners and migrants as a way of garnering votes, saying that must stop. This is happening live in Johannesburg. Quite a large group of people, including South Africans and foreigners, protesting against what they call anti-xenophobia sentiments here. I'm going to bring to you one of the leaders of this march, just to tell us what is happening. Sir, tell us as an organization, why are you part of this march?
I'm part of this march because of this xenophobia is too much in South Africa. So we need to fight for the rights of all migrants. They must have rights in South Africa. They must be documented with the government. If they are looking this chart, we need to help these migrants because police are taking advantage for the migrants, as well as those march and Dudula. They are also taking advantage for the migrants. We need everybody to be documented and everyone to be respected on human rights basis.
We have seen foreigners being chased away from hospitals and threats of foreigners being chased away from schools. What are you saying about that?
This is not good at all because we fight for that. These people, they must have access to the health services, and also they must have access to everything that is needed in South Africa. Africa belongs to Africa, and this is an African continent. We advise each and everybody to respect the constitutional law of South Africa.
Thank you very much. We have seen one of the leaders of this protest coming in. The group is quite large. Apologies for the noises because there is a sound system in front and the protesters coming. But let me stop to this one human rights lawyer that I see here just to understand how we're going. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Hi.
You are live on Deutsche Welle. Why are you as Kopanang Africa having this protest today?
So I'm supporting it because I think the attack on immigrants at the moment is also an attempt to make South Africans look away from the things that are standing in the way of delivery of what everybody needs.
What are some of the issues as far as anti-foreigner sentiments and actions are concerned that you are complaining about today, that you have seen?
So I think things like blocking clinics, saying clinics can only be for some people. Okay, and it's a problem because if the, sorry, excuse me.
No, that's
if the clinic queue gets shorter, I think budgets are going to be further cut, which is already the problem, not that some 5 to 10% of people in our country were born elsewhere.
How do you think the government of South Africa should intervene? We have seen these anti-foreigner sentiments growing. We have seen sometimes violence being implemented by those that are evicting foreigners from their trading stores.
Yes.
How do you suggest the government should deal with this?
Well, I think they're supposed to, if they were serious about being for human rights and against racism, then I think they would intervene to stop those kinds of things. But I fear actually that a lot of the anti-immigrant sentiment is actually coming from the top.
Now, what do you think and who do you agree with? Do you agree with the Malawians or you agree with the South Africans? Drop your comment in the comment section as a wrap for today. My name is Philemonbua. I'm an online journalist and this is Kweku Africa Media as a wrap for today.